To help meet today's growing demand for pluggable I/O solutions to deliver greater bandwidth and space efficiency, TE Connectivity introduces the CDFP connector and cage assembly, a 400 gigabit per second pluggable I/O for high-speed applications such as data centers, high-performance computing, as well as storage and networking equipment. The CDFP connector and cage assembly was developed as a result of the 2013 multi-source agreement to help meet industry needs for proprietary and standard 400 gigabit per second transmission links with a broadly accepted pluggable form factor. With one of the highest port and bandwidth densities of any pluggable I/O currently in the market, TE's CDFP connector and cage assembly is positioned to address the challenges of today's increasing data traffic. Providing one of the highest data rates per port in the I/O market at 400 gigabits per second, 16 lanes of bidirectional data communication in one port, and data transfers at up to 28 gigabits per second per lane, the CDFP connector and cage assembly supports both current and next generation Ethernet, as well as additional networking protocols.
An industry leader in today's I/O market, TE's CDFP connector and cage assembly has been developed with the flexibility to help address individual design requirements for faster speeds, optimal use of space, and simplified connections. And by employing a pre-assembled one-piece press-fit connector and cage design, the CDFP connector also simplifies assembly with one-step placement on the board, achieving one of the highest port and bandwidth densities to support current and next-generation industry standard designs. TE's CDFP connector and cage assembly can achieve up to 13 ports on a line card for 5.2 terabits per second of aggregate bandwidth. CDFP is also able to support both direct attached copper and active optical interfaces that can be paired with optical engines, including TE's Coolbit optical engines. The CDFP connector design also lets the end user choose the thermal management options that are best suited to their specific application. And EMI springs provide EMI containment and shielding from external interference. TE's CDFP connector and cage assembly provides several key features, including connector and cage integrated assembly, a 16 by 25 gigabits per second electrical interface equaling 400 gigabits per second per port, 0.75 millimeter contact pitch, 120 contacts, dual row paddle card interface, and press-fit assembly of the connector to a host PCB. Additionally, the CDFP connector and cage assembly comes in 3 different styles of cages, which are all keyed to prevent misinserts. Style 1, with a shorter cage body, supports direct attached copper and includes an EMI gasket. Styles 2 and 3, each with a longer cage body, both support direct attached copper and active optical modules while also including EMI springs. While styles 1 and 2 have the same electrical pin assignment with transmit and receive signals routed together on the same paddle card, style 3 pinout routes transmit signals to one paddle card and receive signals to the second paddle card.
With 16 channels of up to 28 gigabit per second data rates for 400 gigabit per second total bandwidth, TE's CDFP connector and cage assembly enables one of the highest port and bandwidth densities of any pluggable I/O currently on the market. Faster speeds, efficient use of space, simple connections. The CDFP connector and cage assembly from TE Connectivity. Want to learn more? Contact your TE representative or distributor today. TE Connectivity. Every connection counts.